Hello, viewers of YouTube, and welcome to a basic design and structure building for Minecraft. So today we're gonna um, go over building objects and design and kind of architecture in Minecraft and how it works, basically for beginners and some of you people that do understand some things but kind of want to expand your knowledge on architecture and design in Minecraft. So let's see here. We are creating our world. For just messing around, I'd recommend doing custom, going to super flat, just creating your own world. I'm going to create this. Now I'm going to forewarn all of you that the grass in this texture pack is horrible. Horrible, but I do like some of the colors with the wool and the wood, so that's why I picked it. So try to ignore the horrible grass here. Um, it is unbearably ugly though when you look at it, um, which I do find a little funny. I hope you can not get distracted too much. Anyway, so let's talk about basic design and architecture in Minecraft. Now, Minecraft obviously works with a block structure. Um, you know, blocks. It's pretty simple, basic. As being a little kid, you could imagine yourself working with blocks. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna build out a wooden table almost, a stand, and we're going to go over some basic design concepts for this video, and we'll continue on with this series that I'm starting. So yeah, so let's start off. We're gonna first we're gonna finish this, but our first object that we're gonna create is a lamppost. Now, typically I would use glowstone. You could use a beacon, but the most basic is just pieces of fence, wood blocks, and torches. So we're gonna pick up these items. Um, I was looking for a glowstone in there, but I don't know what happened. I didn't pick it up. Also, I put a bed. If you're ever gonna practice some, building, make sure you have all your supplies. Kind of figure that out. Kind of generally plan out, but don't structure yourself too hard. Be open-minded and really, you know, go for it. So let's make our lamppost. Now, as always, or not as always, but a little hint here: if you are just working on your own in your own little map, um, it's nice to be able to fly around. So make sure you get that preference set up ahead of time. Now, basically, you're just gonna go about 3 fences high. No, sorry, 4. This is a little small though, so I definitely recommend 5. Then going over to the side. Um, so lamppost, basic, simple concept, and that's really gonna get you started. Now, we're kind of moving fast here. The next building actually that we're gonna make is a market kind of trading post or market exchange center. This is something that you find in a town, a marketplace, just little goods. It's basic. We're going to continue using fences. You'll learn pretty early on that fences have a lot of uses. Now, of course, you can expand out of fences, but fences are great for building things, especially with wooden pressure plates or pressure plates in general. They can make great tables um, and surfaces. So we're building our little our market here. Um, now, right now I'm kind of just freehanding this. When you're coming up with designs, generally what I do is I just come up with a general idea in my head, nothing too laid out, nothing too planned, and I just go with it. You don't get too frustrated. Don't think you're doing something wrong. Step back and look at it every once in a while. Um, little things like that. Now, also, you're going to notice that the two sport beams in the front are one block higher than the two in the rear. And I did that to have a little variation between the levels on it. I didn't want to make it super boring, super flat. And that's one thing that you need to think about when you're building objects is changing things up a little bit and not always being the same, but and this is important, having a theme. Keeping a consistent theme is something that is difficult, extremely difficult for me, honestly, but it's an important thing. Now, as you can see here, I'm really utilizing the abilities of the fences, kind of setting up my structure. Now, we have picked up some light blue and white wool that we're going to set up around it. We're kind of creating, I guess, vinyl or some type of fabric. Obviously, wool is fabric or material. And we're putting it on the outside, kind of making a tarp, canvas sheet on top that you'd expect maybe in a marketplace. You're really thinking, what would it really be in real life, and then how could I create that here? Now, of course, there are different types of buildings and architecture from unrealistic to realistic, but it's good to start off realistically with simple things and then expanding them to either anything you want to do, whether it's fantasy, realistic, super realistic, like mega structures. The list can go on and on. So we're kind of continuing on here. I know we're going at a fast pace and there isn't too much explanation, and I promise you, if you stick around and check out some of our later videos, there will be. But for now, we're just getting a general overview. Now I've got my basic structure completed basically. All I have left is the roof and the internals, which have been half completed. Now you'll see what happens here fairly quickly is the mismatch and the checkerboarded that I'm kind of sticking with confuses me, which it does often, and confuses other people. And I do something that actually I think in the end I benefited from doing, which you'll see. I turn the roof to all white. Now, not completely, but you really have to wait and see here. It'll come up in a minute. Here we go. Now I did this for two reasons. One, I was completely confused and wanted to finish the roof, and then two, it changed up what I was building, but stayed with a constant theme, which is another thing that I like to say a lot and which is useful. So we've kind of completed our little market house, or not house here, our market center or exchange, whatever you want to call it. And we're now going to go inside. Some things you might want to put in is, storage units. Speaking so, I don't know, weird. Put some lights in. Of course, at nighttime you want stuff to shine, especially if you're making a little city or village. We're gonna put some crates here, and we're also gonna put a fence gate in the back. Just little things like that. Of course, you can modify them however you want. It's really all up to you. Don't limit yourself to anything anyone else has done. Just be yourself. That's really one of the most important things to understand. And I tried to attempt to put another another block there. I don't know why I did that. But anyway, just finishing up the little thing. And the slime's trying to get in, which is ridiculous. Those things piss me off so much. But yeah, there you go. There is your little marketplace. So check out more of the vids. They'll be coming out soon. Hope this helped. If you have any questions, let me know. And thanks, guys.